Example 3. Sine x times tangent x plus cotangent x over cosine x. Well, the first thing that I see here is that tangent x and cotangent x have a nice little relationship. So I know that I can deal with those here in a little bit. I also see that sine x over cosine x, they also have a direct relationship to tangent. So looking at these trig identities, the first thing that I want to do, once I notice that sine x over cosine x is tangent, is to kind of bring that cosine x closer to the sine x, just so it's a little more obvious to me. Now, this is exactly the same thing as what's written above. I just kind of shifted the cosine x over. Notice how sine x, tangent x, and cotangent x are all still in the numerator. I just kind of rewrote it to make it look a little different. So knowing that tangent of x equals sine of x over cosine of x, I can replace sine of x over cosine of x with tangent of x because they're exactly the same thing. Now I also know that at this point, my order of operations is going to have me distribute that tangent. So this is going to become tangent squared x plus tangent x times cotangent x. Now, my identities tell me that tangent and cotangent are reciprocals. So I could convert cotangent to 1 over tangent. Which would cancel those tangents and would bring down tangent squared x plus 1. Now, I've gotten this very simplified so far, but it's not quite simplified enough. I still need to simplify this into one single term. So looking up in my identities, I do notice that one of my identities, this Pythagorean identity, does have a tangent squared x. So I can use that. Tangent squared x plus 1 equals secant squared x. So I can just replace tangent squared x plus 1 with the secant squared x because they mean exactly the same thing. They're equal. And now I have my whole entire expression written as one trig function. So it's complete.